All right, you guys, so we're about to head over to XMP. I have met Xul, the different people in his crew, customers, just different builds that have had XMP on them. And we're gonna go behind the scenes with Xul at the shop and get a feel for what goes on in his mind with the customers and the different inspirations for him to have created the business, as well as, you know, the different modifications, what cars, what builds, what people have inspired what he and his group do. And over the years, coming out for the Honda meet and seeing the different XMP you know, branded cars, it's been really cool to see the quality and customization and you know, differences in the way that they do things. So let's go over to XMP. Everything is closed up and we're gonna go behind the scenes with Xul at XMP.
Oh, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
You scared the out of me.
You're so focused, my guy. I didn't want to interrupt.
Man.
How you doing, man?
Good, good. Nick.
What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Everything good?
Yeah, man. There's a certain part of me that feels like my soul starts to tingle when I see like properly, you know, like fully done cars. Like part of my soul starts to, and my loins, they start to tingle, fool. I'm not even gonna joke.
I'll go back in the truck.
Be the one that all motors
What's up, brother?
How you been?
Chilling, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. How long you been here? Since the meet?
Yeah, a couple days before the meet, and then I decided to stay longer to, you know, meet up with a couple people, get some footage of you guys, and put together some stuff that I've been working on. And so I hit up Xul and like, yo, can we make it happen?
How's life?
You know what, man? I can't really complain. I mean, there's
I
always...
haven't really seen your lives recently.
You haven't been going on or what?
I have you on automatic notification.
Oh, you have the push notifications on? You haven't been... So I've been doing them less for sure.
Less,
I've been doing them less for sure. But I'm trying to get back on that, you know?
I'm a flight attendant, so I fly all the time. So it could be that I'll be in the air when
Yeah.
you're doing your live.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. But I'm gonna put a lot more effort into being consistent about that. Like when it doesn't happen, people let me know. It's become kind of like a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Where some of the people like you, they tell me, oh, I have my push notifications on, and it's like kind of like an outlet for people.
Yep, we ain't doing it.
Sorry, it's not a Honda.
Of course.
It's a very interesting apology. Let's fucking go find out why he would say that. I want to know why.
Oh, Jesus.
If it was blue.
The guy with the Integra and his wife works in the back.
You're the one that she talked
How you doing?
So why are you sorry that it's not a Honda? Like, what made you say that? What made you say that about that?
Because there's Hondas here. I feel like I'm breaking a trend.
No.
Your mother
No,
wasn't
you're not.
any day of the week.
I found out who met my wife yesterday.
Yo, this silhouette. This is the new silhouette challenge right here. Hey. I appreciate you, setting this up with me, right? Like I was telling you, it's just a simple premise. The behind the scenes series is very simple. It's just about what goes on behind the scenes, both literally, like behind closed doors of a shop, of a business, but also figuratively, as in what goes on behind in the mindset of a small business. This is all about shining the light on small businesses, right? And it's an easy one because you're a part of an industry and a business that I'm so deeply in love with and integrated with, this automotive culture, right? So, I mean, just right here, we've got this, this race car, you've got these two other chassis, full builds, right, that you have here. And this is kind of like a testament to how you've evolved as starting off as a kid, and now being a grown man with a business, right? So I mean, how did you go from being just a kid that's getting into cars into becoming a small business owner and someone whose name is pretty well connected to the upper class builds in this region of the country?
Well, first off, I would like to thank you for the opportunity.
Sure.
Appreciate it. I started this out of my mom's backyard.
Okay.
Literally, it was my mom's backyard. I was probably 18 years old, 17 years old. Doing a little bit of everything. Mom need an oil change, friends need an oil change, tune up, stuff like that. That's what I used to do. How I used to get paid? Buy me lunch, buy me dinner, or you know what, just if I need something down the line, help me out, pretty much. That's how I pretty much literally started. And after that, I started going, I went to school, not for this. I literally started studying business administration is what I literally started for.
Yeah.
And I did business administration for a couple of years. I was probably about 4 months before graduation.
Yeah.
And I was doing that, and I decided to I was still doing the mechanic on the side.
Yeah.
I opened a little small 15 by 10 storage unit, and that's what I was doing all my work from.
You were wrenching?
Yeah. I was
in this 15 by 10 unit?
Yes, that's what I would do. And I would literally have to move the car to one corner.
Yeah.
Open one door, do one side, vice versa, back and forth pretty much. I did that for a little bit, plus going to school. And then my full-time job was I used to do security. I used to work overnight security. So I was overnight security, school during the morning, and I would do my business in the afternoon for a couple hours. My business was only part-time at the beginning.
Yeah.
I've been at it now for about 9 years. Pretty much is when I first started my car. And little by little kept going on until I decided, you know what, I need to put my full time into this. It was taking over all my life in a sense that
Like your time and all, that's all you could think about?
that's pretty much all I could do. And then I would do the schooling, and then I was kind of like, I don't care about school anymore because the money was coming was pretty good. So I decided, you know what, let me just try to focus on it full time. And little by little, I went from that 10 by 15 unit to I went to it was like a 20 by, it was like 800 square feet unit. Yeah. And after the 800 square feet unit, I went to the other side, which I have next door. It was 1,000 square feet. And now I got pretty much 2,000 square feet is pretty much what I have.
2,000 square feet, what, 3 lifts?
3 lifts. And like I said, it's been what I call a sweat and tears by myself. And I've been trying, and I appreciate all the support I get from everybody. Yeah. I have guys that back me up and have helped me through the journey, because like I said, it has not been easy. You
have people who supported you, companies that have decided to kind of come on board with what you do, right? So the work, is it, you know, what do you have? Is it R&Rs? Is it maintenance? Is it full builds? Like, what does it mostly consist of?
Mostly it's all full builds, pretty much from ground up. Some is they would like to do a full tear down and start over again, like the red one. Okay. It's a complete full color change. Okay. The car has won couple events, couple trophies and whatnot, and
you mean in the show circuit?
In show season, yes.
Okay, yeah. And he said, I want to just make it better.
I don't want black. Okay, the car used to be black. I don't want black anymore. I want to go red.
So not just a color change, but is everything else changed?
Complete. There's everything. The only thing the same on that build is the motor. Okay. And it used to be right-hand drive.
All right. So wait. What do you mean it used to be right-hand drive?
I mean, it is still right-hand drive. I apologize.
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay.
It's always been right-hand drive and the same motor. Anything after that, everything else has changed. And
so it wasn't just like, I love my setup, I love my wheels, I love my aero, but I'm tired of black. Yep. It wasn't just that.
He's a red guy. Everything is red.
Okay.
Like not just this, but his personal car's red. His toys, everything at home everything's red.
Okay, so you tore the whole thing down.
Yep.
And then did the color change.
Yep.
Right? So with the color change, it also was like, since it's apart, was it one of those things where it's like, since it's apart, let's change things, or it was from the beginning you knew?
From the beginning, it was, I want to do everything different.
I see.
We're still working on it. It has a full Rocket Bunny kit that has to be put on it.
Oh, okay.
The car's been pretty much been done little by little, no rush in the build, which that's pretty much what we had the customer and I talked about. I did full billet intake manifold. Gato did all the fabrication, all vibrant clamps. We did all on the fender wells underneath the car, got painted little by little. That's just a set of wheels for now, just to at least to get it rolling until we put the whole kit on it. When we put the kit, obviously it's gonna go wider wheels. It has a full cage done that it didn't have before as well. Just little by little, doing all downstar bolts and everything on the bay. Yeah. The mold is in it because we had to get the fabrication done. Now I gotta take everything back out to actually paint, clean, and everything, put everything back on there. Yeah. But if you could tell, we did underneath the car, got painted, fender wells got painted, pretty much a little bit of everything. Not perfect, but I try to touch base with how as deep as I can, as the customer wants, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. So you have that type of build, yep, right? Which is, I mean, by all definitions, ground up, right?
Correct.
Color, suspension, hardware, and then what about this one?
This one was pretty much from scratch. The car's been with me for almost since day one, honestly, because this is pretty much the second owner. Okay. Second time I'm building the car around. Meaning somebody else used to own it, and I built it from literally...
Oh, for the first customer. For the first owner.
Yes, correct. It used to be white. It was literally given to him because they were going to scrap the car.
Why?
The neighbor had bought it, the motor blew, and it was just...
Over it?
Yeah, he was just like, you know what, I'm going to get rid of it. And the neighbor was like, hey, I want it. Do you mind giving it to me? And he's like, so this is what I want to be as my project. Yeah. And we did everything from ground up. It was close to the same setup. We bought the car... My new owner now that owns it bought the car probably about a year and a half ago. Yeah. And we decided to do everything over again. So we did the whole cream color. We go back again. Gato did the whole fabrication, intercooler piping, downpipes, everything completely. We decided to build an actual full motor for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be K series with AC. We're aiming anywhere from like 600 to 700 horsepower. We don't want nothing crazy.
Pump gas?
On pump gas, yes.
Well, you guys have 93.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So, what, K-Pro?
Yep, K-Pro. As of now, it's K-Pro. We're trying to go either AEM, maybe, but I'm trying to convince them to go actually Fuel Tech.
Okay.
But it's still in the air. As of now, it's K-Pro.
Okay, so here's my question.
What's up?
You said as of right now it's K-Pro, thinking about AEM, but you're trying to convince him to go Fuel Tech.
Yep.
So why maybe AEM, and then why are you trying to convince him to go Fuel Tech?
The reason why I tried, like, for my customer, I try to push what I think is the best.
Yes.
But it's not about me. It's about pretty much what the customer could afford.
Yes.
So as of now, he has K-Pro. The reason why I say AEM is the fastest he's ever driven has been 240 horsepower.
Yes.
So we go from 240 horsepower to almost 600 horsepower. The reason why I prefer AEM over K-Pro is traction control. Yes, Honda has K-Pro has traction control, but it's not the same. I rather AEM traction control. Obviously, better than AEM is Fuel Tech, and Fuel Tech is pretty much a digital cluster and actually a computer at the same time, which is everything out of the best of all the worlds, pretty much is what I call it. So, but obviously the prices they keep going up and up.
Yes. So what the customer is willing to spend.
Correct.
Okay, but here's my question for you, right? Just for the sake of conversation, right? When you do AEM, you can get a CD7 dash or a CD5. You could do all that, right?
Yes, sir.
So why is Fuel Tech this is just spitballing.
Okay.
Why is Fuel Tech better to you than AEM?
All right, I deal with a couple cars, track cars, like Sport 4-wheel drive that are just full track cars.
Yes.
Not driven on the street. They have sensors, which they have temperature sensor.
Yes.
They have coolant sensor, which is for temperature. They have pressure coolant sensor.
Yes.
They have wideband, which they call it. It's not a wideband. It's called a nano. It's the name that they have as of Fuel Tech.
Okay, it's nano.
Yeah. They have oil pressure sensor.
Yes.
Oil temperature sensor.
Yes.
So when you do a build, you put all the sensors on there.
Yes.
That's what all the track cars do. So what happens is you're ripping it down the road. It doesn't read that amount of pressure supposed to. That the tuner sets in, car shuts off.
Yeah. But
So-
here's the thing, right? For the sake of argument, AEM has all those sensors.
Yes, to an
So
extent.
what's the difference?
Not all of them. They don't have the temperature. They have temperature sensor.
Yes.
But they don't have the sensor that the pressure that literally the car will shut off, and you could pretty much build the motor. You won't hurt the motor into a sense. The way the traction control works for Fuel Tech is insane. Yes, AEM is good, but the new technology now is pretty much Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech is taking over pretty much. So, but
Interesting.
the good thing about the Fuel Tech, I said, yes, you could do it. You could do a dash, AEM dash. You could do the computer and everything. But why have two separate? So you can spend double the money because you're buying a dash and a computer when you could do Fuel Tech and everything is controlled on Fuel Tech.
Okay. I mean, this is very interesting to me because as a person who has more experience with one or the other, that your experience is what's going to make you want to suggest that to a customer.
And the good thing about the Fuel Tech is that on AEM or K-Pro, you could save 2-3 different setups, but you have to save it on a laptop.
Yes.
Or you have to save it on a hard drive or something. On a Fuel Tech, you could just save it on the actual screen, which is your cluster.
Yes.
And okay, I want to switch to like a race program or like E85 program. You could just switch it on the actual key on the board.
Yes.
You don't have to connect a laptop or anything to it.
Yes. So I dig it. I mean, that's what you've had the best experience with.
So far, yes.
Yeah, that's what you're all about. So I totally dig it. So with this customer, what cream is this?
This is from, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 2017 Ford Explorer. That's what it came out of.
He just saw it and he was like, yo,
That's what I
that's
want.
the right tone.
Yep.
I dig it.
We went with the 5-door conversion. We did the S2000 brake kit with the spoon calipers and the rotors.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little bit rusty because I washed it and whatnot, but everything's literally all brand new.
Yeah, you could tell.
It has to. We still got the final touches here and there that we're gonna do to the car. The motor, actually, I got the call today that the motor just got finished.
Yeah.
So we hopefully picking it up this weekend and try to tackle this. That's the goal on this.
What's the ETA for completion on this one?
ETA conversion on this, I would like to debut this car July 3rd at Tuner Evo.
Oh, and here, right here in Orlando.
Yes, at the convention center.
I see.